Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new action comedy, The Machine. And this is a film starring Bert Kreischer, who did this whole entire thing about how he was drunk 20 years ago, got caught up with the Russian mob, and now they're back for him to kidnap him and his dad, played by Mark Hamill, and he needs to try to figure out where this watch is, bring all the MacGuffins that he wound up stealing while he was on that college trip way back 20 years ago. He winds up teaming up with Iva Babik's Irina, who's the daughter of a Russian mafioso, and must go toe-to-toe with her brother Alexei, played by Robert Macer, who previously was just in Blood and Gold on Netflix. And basically this movie is an overlong mess. This is almost 2 hours and should not be 2 hours. Sure, when the action starts, it's fun, it's engaging. You have him like hulk up, like getting drunk and doing his the machine thing for like 5 minutes towards the end of the movie. It tries to get you to buy into this half-hearted, lazily written like tension between his wife and his older daughter, and I don't buy into any of that family stuff. And then there's a whole entire chunk in the middle of the film where it goes off, gets much quieter, basically the story trying to reinforce that Kreischer's character Bert is actually a good guy, and it's just like, I don't buy any of this. I don't buy any of the emotional weight here. And actually the only person who I really feel invested in is Irina and her journey, and she's a badass. She's like the one who's actually competent. She's the one who's actually interesting. And her journey to try to take over the mafia run by her father, competing against her brother, is the much more compelling story and well done story in this film. And she's just the side one, and she's hilarious. She's great. I don't really get into Kreischer's humor. There's physical moments where I got a couple of chuckles, but like in general, it's not really, well, it's not like intelligent type of humor. It's very like bro, like I drink and I'm funny and stuff kind of humor, and it just falls flat. And even Mark Hamill, all of his best lines, and him being really Mark Hamill, is like given away in the trailer. And yeah, this movie is, pieces are fun and engaging, but there's just too drawn out, too underwritten, and trying way too hard to try to have a heart that's not there. And it spends a lot of time setting up that and thinking about that, and it never really pays off in a meaningful way. And what you're left with is a string of some cool action sequences and a subplot that's way more interesting, and a side character way more interesting than the main part of this film. It had a crazy concept, it just wasn't executed well, and just kind of leaves you wanting so much more out of it. But those are my thoughts on The Machine. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.